Hello everyone, and welcome back to Driftwood Public Library's Adult Science Night. I am your host, Rachel Humpert. I am still not a scientist, but I like to have fun with science, and especially when food is involved, which is what today's experiment is. As you can see, I have my blender here, and I am going to show you all how to make a dairy-free, refined sugar-free chocolate pudding using coconut milk, dates, and cocoa powder. I'm also going to add a pinch of salt, but I didn't bring that in here with me. So this is what we're going to use, and we're going to get started here. This recipe / experiment begins with dates. So I have about a cup's worth of dates, but let's just give them a count so you can have a better idea of just how many dates you might need. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so I'm putting 13 dates into my blender. To that, I'm going to add the coconut milk, which I refrigerated so that we could get the fat, but it has been sitting out for a while. So you know what? We'll just use the whole dang thing. That's okay. Okay, so the coconut milk. And now to the coconut milk and the dates, I'm going to add my cocoa powder. I happen to really like dark chocolate, and super, super dark chocolate is the best. So I bought Hershey's Special Dark cocoa powder, but you use whatever you want, whatever you got. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons, 2 and 3. To that, I'm also going to add a splash. I like to just do a capful of vanilla and a little pinch of salt. Believe it or not, salt actually helps make chocolate taste chocolatier. So we'll do 2 pinches of salt. You can always taste it and add a little bit more later. And now it's gonna get loud. Okay, turn it on and you want to blend the stuff until it is nice and smooth. So I'm going to take the lid off. That looks pretty delicious. It smells really delicious too. Now, of course, if you don't like coconut, then this may not be the experiment / recipe for you. I love coconut. I'm going to blend it for just a touch longer. And just going to use the spoon just to kind of scrape it down. Make sure that everything is blended up pretty good. It needs to go for just a touch longer in the blender. All right, we're blending it again. And with that, I'm gonna call it done. But of course the experiment isn't done because it's not really pudding yet. So we're gonna pour it into a container. To let it firm up. And it will firm up. All right, so I'm gonna put this in the fridge. I'm gonna put a lid on it and I'm gonna pop it in the refrigerator. You can already tell it's pretty thick. It's not pudding yet, but it's already getting there. So I'm gonna pop this in the fridge and thicken it up, or we'll see what happens. Hopefully it thickens up. Hopefully I did it right. And this isn't another failure like the peanut experiment. Although it is interesting that peanuts burn. So, peanuts burn. I got to cut that. Let's start over. All right, so after blending this up until it's smooth, I'm going to pop this in the refrigerator. I'm going to put a lid on it, refrigerate it, and we'll see if the coconut milk does what I think it's going to do and thicken up and firm up to make this a pudding. And then you'll have something fun and delicious to feed your chocolate-loving, vegan, or otherwise dairy-free friends. So we'll come back in a little bit and see how it did. All right, so it's been actually a couple of days since I let my pudding sit, but I thought we would go ahead and do the big reveal. So, look at this. See that? Look, it's not moving. It's so thick. It's jiggling. I've got a pretty little glass. I'm going to dish it up into my pretty little glass. You see this? This is such a fancy dessert. You could serve it at a party when we're allowed to have parties again. I mean, look. So tasty. This is really good. So, remember, there's no gelatin in this. This wasn't cooked. It's just coconut milk. That full fat coconut milk. Dates. Cocoa powder and a pinch of salt. And I think I added a splash of vanilla. Yeah. If you need a sweet chocolate treat at the end of the day, this one tastes sinful, but doesn't seem like it's all that bad for you. So, this should work with the full fat coconut milk and the light coconut milk. You can stick your can of milk in the fridge and just use the fat solids that form, that separate from the liquid, or you can use the whole thing. Like, it's super versatile. It's super delicious. I don't know how much science is involved, but it tastes really good. So, don't forget to like and subscribe to the Driftwood Public Library YouTube channel so you can stay up to date with all of our future videos. You can check out all of our past Adult Science Night videos as well. And there's more information on the Driftwood Public Library website, www.driftwoodlib.org, and scroll over to the What's Happening tab and select Adult Science Nights. Thanks for watching.